Go. Yeah. Direct it, make it, make it, make it. Go. Yeah. As I was told.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Connected. I'm your host, DJ Is, and I'm here hanging with my beautiful co-host, Miss Cloie. Say what's up, Cloie.
Hey guys, how are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Now, for those of you that are just tuning in, this is something we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we come to just kind of hook up with y'all, share some dialogue, and also share some grind ops, some opportunities, some jobs that might lend itself to film, recording, engineering, broadcasting. Am I leaving anything out, Cloie?
The kitchen sink.
The kitchen sink. So in a nutshell, pretty much everything, and that's pretty much what we do here at Connected, is really just not only mentor, educate, but bring you opportunities in real time, because that's what we do, Cloie. What can I say? Cloie, tell them how they can follow us on a day-to-day on our social media, where they can find us.
Oh, for sure. Guys, it's real simple, like real simple. You could get a pen, you could not get a pen. Word is connected. Boom.
And that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's really not hard.
The cool thing is, me and Cloie have a lot going on, so it's a great way for you guys to kind of just track our day-to-day movement, see what it's like on our end in real life, real time, and kind of just get a feel for what it is we got going on.
Yeah.
How was your week, Cloie?
Oh, my week was fantastic. It was definitely a week of hustling between rehearsals and some projects that I'm working on. But, you do what you do.
Absolutely. And that is, that's what the grind is, right? Here we are on a Monday, top of the week, and it's really about just getting out there and hitting the pavement and getting things going. And that's kind of, that's kind of like what we like to promote here, Cloie. It's like, get out there and go get it, man. It ain't going to come to you.
Hello. Can I get a hello? Hello? Opportunity? Is that you?
Right, opportunity. How dope would it be, man, if you could just wake up out of bed and just have like 20 different options pop up in your text or email, just full of opportunities, and all you had to do was literally get dressed, get in your car, and show up, and it was that easy. Wouldn't that be great?
To be fair, that's kind of what we're doing here on a Monday. It's just hey, all you need to do is log in and have a good time, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would like opportunity to be my fairy godmother. I'm not mad at it.
So, without any further ado, we're going to jump up into these grind ops. And before we get there, Cloie, tell them what they need to have on deck so they can jot down all these notes, all this crucial info.
So, guys, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your writing utensil and maybe some paper so you could take notes or not, but you can apply for all the jobs right here. And if you have questions, jot those down too. Pop them over to us so we can answer, talk to you. We like you. So.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, Cloie, because I want to get folks hip to our email address where they can get anything they want to get to us, whether it's music, songs, video, questions, anything. So you want to be able to hit us at rrfedu.com, connected, and that's where you can send us whatever it is you want to send us. If you want to get at us, if you got questions, hit us there, and we'll get at you. Again, that's connected at rrfedu.com. All right. Another thing too, we might be talking to some folks that really don't use pens anymore, pencils and paper. We might be talking to this generation of iPads.
I just aged myself out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm so retro. I apologize.
So, without any further ado, we're going to jump up into the first grind op of the day. This is a grind op that is in the field of film, and this is script assistant. Leading entertainment and media company seeks a script assistant that will assemble rehearsal scripts for a pilot show, and this is in New York, New York. All right. So here we are. Let's hit off these details for this particular grind op. Details are, it's in New York, New York. Leading entertainment and media company seeking a script assistant that will assemble rehearsal scripts for a pilot show. Required NDA if hired. Going to break down to them what an NDA is, girl.
Ooh. NDA is a non-disclosure agreement,
And what
meaning
does that mean?
you can't talk about it.
You got to keep it on the what?
So
let
if somebody asks you, well, what about that? Shh. They do that for legal purposes.
All
So
right.
that
Now, you know what's cool? Hey, so Chloe, this is the first time we've actually had one of these requests in for the details, an NDA. So this is actually a good educational detail for those of you that don't know what an NDA is. And pretty much is basically stating that you can absolutely not talk about what it is you're doing, who you're affiliated. This is strictly hush hush, strictly for you.
I have something to add to that. That also means no social media. I'm going to repeat that again. That also means no social media. No
And
social.
that might be a little hard for some of these folks to do, because I know, when you get into a good position and something exciting just happened, you want to post about it, you want to talk about it, you want to selfie it up.
You know what? Post it to your heart book, not to your Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go there, guys. That's what an NDA is. Next detail is responsibilities will also include copy and distribute show-related paperwork to proper departments, track script changes with writers and production departments, and provide final broadcast scripts. Candidate must have at least 1 year of experience working in film television production. You must have knowledge of Microsoft, Outlook, Excel, Word, and Final Draft. So that's pretty self-explanatory for all our viewers. Is you got to have knowledge of Microsoft, Outlook, Excel, Word, and Final Draft. I'm sure if you have any bit of experience with this, you already have those, and you're already working on those different platforms. So it's asking for.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I get excited. Go ahead, Iz.
No, go ahead. Say what you want, girl. Go ahead.
Well, the responsibilities about the paperwork and to the proper department and tracking script changes, that I just want to note that also sounds really, really easy. You're like, oh, I'm just shuffling papers and collating or whatever it's called. But that's not it at all. If you think about how often a script changes, and usually they give it to you in colors, like here was the yellow color, here was the blue, here's the pink. It is your job to track every single one of those colors, every single change for every single character, and get it to the appropriate party. So you have to be the most organized.
Yes, and we stress organization, structure all throughout the show. And we're on episode 25 today, so we kind of we've been implementing that since day one. So and that's a great thing. And like I said, this is actually asking for 1 year of experience. And the great thing for the recording connection is I know we have tons of folks in this particular category that definitely have real life, real time experience. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to also partake into all our students at the Recording Connection. So that one is that
Film
one.
Connection too.
Yes, Film Connection, absolutely. Film Connection Broadcasting. Thank you. Sometimes I forget, Chloe. That's what I have you for. That's
oh, baby, that's what I do. That's what I do.
That's for a better partner, man. So with that being said, we're going to move up into Grind Up number 2. Grind Up number 2 is in the field of recording, my favorite. Audio editor, studio mix engineer. Locally owned creative marketing company seeks audio engineer to mix audio ads for more than 15,000 clients.
Woo!
And this is in Shreveport, LA. Chloe, I'm going to let you kick off the details for this one, girl.
Sure. Okay, so for this one, so audio engineer will be working with proprietary software, receiving daily inquiries from clients. Responsibilities will include edit voice talent audio, mix music with vocals, work with music programmers, schedule client groups, maintain data integrity, organize company's proprietary music library, and choose the right music for each client's inquiry. That is a lot of personalization. That also sounds a lot like a self-starter that's not afraid to interject ideas. You can't sit back and just be like, oh, I don't know, decisive. That's the word I'm looking for. A decisive type of personality and person in general. Candidate must have at least 1 year of working experience in audio and 1 year of experience working in an office environment. Okay, so we've got that duality, yes. It's like, oh, the creative side and then the admin side coming together. How fun is that? and candidate will be working on campus using the company's studio. And also, we should also say Shreveport, that's Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana. Like, our thoughts are with you all.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Oh, man.
They're going through it right now.
Ooh, they're really going through it. Really going through it. So that is that one for sure.
Yes. Another thing too, I was kind of just, looking at these, kind of what their ask and expectations are for this particular grind up. It's a lot of duties for an audio editor or mix engineer, and we can peel these back one by one. Edit voice, talent, audio, mix music with vocals, work with music programmers, schedule client groups, maintain. It's a lot going on here. So I would definitely recommend anybody that has at least maybe a year to 2 year of experience, because a lot of these technicalities, I mean, they come with, you working at this particular craft for a long time. When you're dealing with companies' proprietary music library, I mean, you got to even know what that means, and choose the right music for each client. And you'll be working with more than 15,000 clients. That's a serious workload, and I'm sure that comes, I mean, as you can see, that's a serious working expectation as well. And it's a creative marketing company, so it's like you're spewing these things out left and right.
You know what else is that sounds interesting about this job is, like, it sounds like it would be great for somebody. So yes, a year of working experience in the audio world, a year of working experience in the office environment. It sounds like it could be a great job for somebody that's like, I don't really know what I want to do, but I have this skill set. Because you're doing so many things, right? You have the opportunity to try on so many different hats.
Right, yeah. And just from the mixing aspect as an engineer, I mean, it's a very detailed job. When you're mixing, you're obviously taking in music that's unrefined and unfinished, and refining it and finishing it. So you're factoring in, vocals, whatever particular artist of material you're working on. You're dealing with a lot on the creative side, and then you jump over to the technical side, which is two different worlds. Then you're getting into maintaining the data, organizing the company's music library. So you almost got to have a split personality in this particular grind out, because it's going to require both sides. And for anybody that knows mixing and what all that entails, I mean, it's a lot. It's timely, and it requires precision. So it looks like both of these asks are really requiring precision. So shout out to my dog holding the house on lockdown in the back. For you guys are wondering, like, what is that? Is that Bigfoot making noise? And that's, shout out to my dog. He holds it down. So that is the gist of that particular grind op. Moving on to grind op number 3. Grind op number 3 is in the field of film, video editor, 25+ year company with a core business of product placement and brand integration. Integration. Seeks video editor, Burbank, California. Let's kick off the details for this.
So what we got? Go ahead.
What's that, Cloie?
I was saying, what we got?
All right, what we got is editor will be responsible for importing, titling, and editing of video clips from a variety of media sources. Editor will maintain the electronic creative asset library for client commercials and add artwork materials to productions as needed. Oh, here we go again. Required NDA for all projects we work with. There's our NDA showing up. Initially part-time, 2 to 3 days per week for a total of 20+ hours. Flexible weekday schedule. That is extremely flexible. I mean, man, shoot, if I had Cloie, if we had 3 days just to, man, I'd be
fishing with you. This is what I'd be doing, is fishing.
That I'd be at the beach dropping on sandwich for you. So again, we have a required NDA. We got delay. Team, where you at?
I feel like there's a theme here.
So for those of you we covered on the NDA side, that is a policy that requires you to not say anything about what you're doing. Let's see.
You're not saying it, not out of your mouth and not on your social media.
Right. Also, too, guys, before we go any further, I want to mention that start getting your questions together for our Q&A, so we can get to a lot of those questions that you guys want to answer. Go ahead,
we
Chloe.
want to talk to you. We want to talk to you so much. We like you.
I mean, we love you. I mean,
Right?
that's what we're here for. Okay.
Where do we leave off on this?
Some of those other details as far as importing, titling, and editing of video clips. You know, for those of you who obviously have experience in this particular field, you already know when it comes down to the editing and all that stuff, and the variables that some of these companies look for, especially media companies. The cool thing is you're also maintaining the electronic creative asset library. So that's kind of a crucial detail. It's kind of one of those things where you put your hands on it, you better know what you're doing. And that's that's a serious thing right here. We always talk about getting in here and really being able to do the job, but we always like to tell you, we want to overperform. Never want to
underperform. No.
No.
And there's so many. I feel like there's so many testaments to what can happen to you when you overperform that we'll get to see in the next few weeks. I'm super excited about that. But nobody's ever like, I almost tried.
Almost only works in horseshoe. That's what I was.
Yeah, I almost did my best, but then I just didn't.
And then a good thing too about this particular grind up, as far as just the workload, you're only dealing with 2 to 3 days per week, for a total of 20 plus hours, which is a really good schedule. And for those of you that do other creative things on the other end, it allows you to still be able to get to those parts of the day that you like as far as being creative, because it's only 2 to 3 days per week. I mean, if me and Chloe had that type of schedule, man, I'd be getting all kinds of stuff done.
Tell you what I wouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what I would be doing. Vacation.
Oh, we were not supposed to tell them that.
Oh, sorry. Never vacation.
Never. Vacation is for wimps. Here we go. Moving on to the field of recording. One of my favorites. Looking for audio engineer. Audio post-production studio seeks freelance and full-time contractors for business production facility. Emphasis on live recording experience in Redmond. All right.
Oh, we should also note that in Washington, like Redmond, that's also like Microsoft, no? So I mean,
that's right.
Nothing.
That's a great environment to be. So keep that in mind, folks. You got some other opportunities that could spawn out of this opportunity, being in Washington. Here are some of the details for this one. Audio engineer will be responsible for recording, sound editing, syncing audio and video, file-based audio laybacks, and troubleshooting. He or she will work effectively with clients, producers, and directors. Candidate must be familiar with the following: Pro Tools, virtual instruments, DSP processing, gain structure, signal flow, and data management. Candidate must live locally. No exceptions. So this is something you definitely won't be flying into. It definitely won't be a 3-hour drive for you, okay? And you definitely better know what you're doing, because you'll be doing all these other things. Producers and directors, you got to be familiar with Pro Tools, virtual instruments. So again, this is another job that I say, know your gear, know what you're working with, because you can get into some of these and you get in there and you see a piece of equipment that looks foreign and you are lost. And you try to get to your YouTube to type it in, to get a tutorial. It's too late. You got to be able to get in there and fly. You know, it's funny, Chloe. I realize a lot, and I find myself doing it. When I don't know how to do something, I go to YouTube, right? And I'm like,
yes!
It's crazy, right? But folks have been doing this for a while now, and I'm late to the party, because I'm like, I don't like reading manuals, you know. So I'm like, how to make this work? and then there's some dude like, well, this is what you do. First step, right?
Shot and edited. It's usually just lovely with the lighting and what have you.
Right.
Have you ever been in a situation like when you first started out, where you got into a studio or something and you saw this equipment that you didn't, I don't want to say pre-YouTube because I don't want to date you, but I might suggest before YouTube?
Yes. What did I do?
What did I do?
I just
Yeah,
winged
I
it.
just winged it.
Yeah, trial and error. Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Now, we don't
Now,
recommend
we don't
that.
recommend-
Especially with this, especially with these particular grind ops, we definitely don't recommend that. You want to do your homework before you get there, because you want to be able to what? Overperform. I want overperform. I want that to be embedded right here. When I get in there, I gotta overperform. I gotta overperform.
I'm saying, can people tweet that to us? I feel like, can y'all tweet hashtag overperform to us?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good one. Yeah.
tweet us.
Let's get the match.
Holla if you hear us. Tweet us hashtag overperform at isconnected on Twitter.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
All right, Chloe.
All right,
we're
Chloe.
gonna
We're gonna move
off into our last grind op of the day. I'm gonna let you go ahead and have this one, dear.
Sure. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So now this one is coming to you out of Austin, Texas. This is for an editor/videographer. Independent marketing firm seeks an editor-videographer that can cut, shoot, and animate clips into a cohesive segment. The candidate will be working closely with the video, creative, and production departments as they translate concepts, scripts, and storyboards into interesting film segments for clients. A storyboard is a thing. That is a hard thing to do, let me tell you, sir. Yes, because you're talking about the art of the art itself, and also being able to capture the hearts and minds through this, like, cartoon. Illustration, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had to say about that. Okay, back to the details. Candidate must be familiar with animation in After Effects and Final Cut Pro 7. Candidate must be familiar with video codes and formats. Candidate will be learning different types of virtual reality formats.
Okay.
VR is huge.
Right. So here we are again. So we have a grind out that is really two different sides, right? You have your creative side, and then you have your technical side. So I just always want to make sure that we stress the importance of knowing both sides, because to get in there and be great at only one thing, you'll do yourself a disservice if you can't perform in the other areas. Again, and this is another grind up that's really important for you guys to know your gear, know the softwares you're working on, knowing what's out there, what these companies are using. A lot of them tend to use the same thing, but you never know. You might get that one company that has a completely different platform you've never worked on, and next thing you know, you're slowing down the progress of work. So that's definitely important on this side. But it's cool because you'll also be working in a creative road with your production team, departments, and what have you. So this is another grind up that looks very exciting. Could possibly be very intense. What were you gonna say, Chloe?
I was just gonna say it's also in the world that is. It's not new, but there's been such a focus on it lately, and that's the world of virtual reality, and also all of the opportunities that are coming up in coding. Like, guys, get in there, learn it. I don't know a thing about it. It's never too late to learn, but that world is exploding right now.
Absolutely. And this is again another grind up that could be great for our recording connection students. And definitely have experience in kind of departments. So that is it. That is our fifth grind up of the day. Me and Chloe are going to kick off into this Q&A and see what kind of questions we got out there. See what you guys are asking. Again, don't forget to email us at connected@rrfedu.com. That's where you can send us whatever it is you want to send us. Questions, if you want to tell us we're whack, if you want to tell us we're dope. Hey, man, I want to hear.
I want to hear.
I do too.
Yeah. So, all right. Chloe, we got first question of the day. This is, do you have any advice for someone looking to become an actor?
Whew, baby, grow thick skin. grow thick skin and be ego-free. I think that being an actor, one of the things that I have learned, it's all about making choices, big, bold choices. So what I have learned, what I'm continuing to learn as a student of life, a creature in this world, is to fail gloriously. So it's like making a big choice, right or wrong, not judging it, and committing to that choice, whatever it may be. And there's really nothing that can happen. So what? I don't get the part. Okay, what have I learned here? Or I get the part and now I'm filming something. What have I learned here? It's all about opportunity and experience. And the thicker your skin is, right? Keep your heart big, keep your skin thick, so that you can separate what is yours to carry from what this industry is, because they're not the same. So,
Right.
if that makes any sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Great answer, Chloe. We got another man who just joined us, or he's been following us throughout all our episodes. A shout out to my man Katz. He's saying he'll be overperforming in DC this week, shooting a national commercial, and he's saying thanks for the inspiration. So, shout out to Katz, man. Thank you for consistently tuning in here, man. Got nothing but love for you, bro. Do your thing, man. All right. Next question. What's the coolest gig you've ever worked on?
Who? Me? You?
Well, both of us.
Oh, cool.
That's a hard one for me.
I mean, well, I just said, what about you? Because it's hard to be like, oh, that was my favorite, because like, I don't know. Some of the most fun things I did, I shot a commercial for like holiday stuff and got to shoot it in Chicago, and that was super fun.
Nice.
That was fun. What about you?
I think one of the experiences that really stand out to me is it was in the year 2000, and this is a year when I was playing drums for an artist named Macy Gray, and she had a cameo in the first Spider-Man, and she wanted her band to play with her in this cameo in Spider-Man. It was the scene in Spider-Man where they were like at this event, and there was a lot going on, and it was kind of almost like a carnival or something, and we were playing in this movie, and I was like, wow, man, we're gonna be in the first Spider-Man. And then the gig had happened, and like 2 months later they sent us these like Spider-Man booklets for the movie, and they had a picture of us and the whole band, and I was like, damn, I was in the first, like I grew up watching Spider-Man, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I was like, wow. So that was a moment for me that really stood out, just from being a kid who loved Spider-Man. So
I have the book.
I still have the book. Yeah. Yeah.
Making a note that I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely take that note. Next question. Did either of you have a mentor that helped launch your career? I definitely had. I had a couple of folks that really stood out in my journey as far as music, and that definitely helped me and my brother out. I call them the great investors, the great investors of my journey, people who saw something in me and allowed themselves to give themselves to me of their time, energy, and I always say, one of the main reasons is why we find ourselves here and doing what we do, Chloe, every Monday, is because at the end of the day, somebody did the exact same thing for us that really helped propel us into a career or path that we really loved. And I think that's part of the move for us is really to give back and really just sharing information, right? Because that's what really, if you think about it, Chloe, that's really what we're doing, man. We're taking the information that somebody shared with us that allowed us to, gain experience and knowledge, and now we're just kind of returning the favor, right? So
I agree.
That's where I'm at.
100%. I agree. It warms my heart to think about just how it all lines up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get all misty-eyed. Those are real misty-eyed. Yes.
Hold on.
Shut up.
Let me get hold on. Let me wipe it. Hold on. All right. All right. Here we
Oh.
go. Next question. I do a lot, and this is from Chris. I do a lot of different things in the world of audio: engineer, producer, vocalist, sound design, and score composition. I have formal training in all of these. I find it difficult to market myself in all those ways without coming across as jack of all trades, master of none. Any advice? Man, that's a great question, Chris. How you laid it out is a great question. Man, honestly, you know, I get what you're saying. I mean, because you can do so much, you do fall into that phrase, jack of all trades, master of none. Um, Man, I would just take, you know, a couple of those things, man, and really, you know, allow your resume to speak that for you. And that's with really showcasing your experience. Because what separates you from being a jack of trades and a master of none is really your experience. Now, if you have experience to back each one of those categories up, man, the experience does the talking for you. But I would say just in any setting, man, just keep it simple, keep it basic, and let whether it's a reel or whether it's your resume, let the resume do the talking for you. The great thing is you can do all these things. One of the things my dad told me coming up in music was, you know, try to be great at everything because at the end of the day, you don't want to have to call on nobody. Okay, so Chris responded. He says, I do have the experience, 3-page resume at this point. Well, man, hey, you got it then, bro. If you got a 3-page resume with all the experience listed, man, you're good. You can stand on that solid, and let it speak for yourself, man. What were you saying, Chloe?
I have another thought too, because in performance, right? Like we all do like very different but similar things. Like I think, what if also you could have a resume that highlights to this part, a resume that highlights to that part, a resume that highlights to that part, so that when certain jobs come up and then they're looking for a vocalist, great. So here's that resume, and you just lead with whatever their need is, and then use what Iz was saying with highlighting that, and the rest of it, just because it's not on that particular resume doesn't mean you can't do it anymore. It just means you just need what's going to get you in the door, right?
Right.
They don't always need a dancer. Do I do that? Oh, yeah. So I just keep it in my back pocket until I need it, and then I can show you what I can do. But all you got to do is get in the door.
Yeah. And so shout out to you, Chris. I mean, I think what you've been able to put together and compile through experience and all the many categories that you can actually navigate and work in, man. Good job to you, man. I take my hat off to you because that's what we're looking for, man. Person who's got their stuff together and who can execute on all levels that they speak of, and that's really great. So Chloe, that looks like that's our Q&A for the day. Again, tell them where they can find us on our social media.
Guys, social media, it's this crazy thing. You can find us across it at Is Connected. It's IZ Connected. Is, where can they find you personally to reach out and touch her?
Is_Avila on Instagram. Same on Facebook. Also, you can find both of us here at connected@rrfedu.com. You might have some questions for Chloe. You might want to ask her about that beautiful smile. How she looks just so positive on a Monday morning. You might want to hit me about some other stuff. So please do so there. We got some folks who just tuned in. Awesome idea. Okay, Desiree. What up, Desiree?
Thanks. Definitely going to try that. Oh, try it and report back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Keep us posted, man. We like to hear about the forward movement, man. So definitely keep us posted. Shout out to our team, Brian, Howie, Mike, guys who make this possible every Monday for us to come to you live and direct. And that's it for me, man. Anything you want to leave them with, Chloe?
Calling back to our overperform thing, tweet us, guys. Tweet us, just like Kat's hashtag overperform at Is Connected on Twitter. And also shout out to Katz, who's filming his commercial. Can you say what it's for? Or did you sign an NDA?
Ah, good one, good one. I like that. I like that. All right, folks. We will catch you next Monday. Remember, stay in tune with us. Track our day-to-day movement on social media, and we look forward to seeing you next Monday. I'm Iz, and I'm out.
As I was told.
While playing this series.
Direct it, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it.